There we go. Okay, we're live now. Yay! And oh, cool. And so all my little fairy lights are showing up because I wanted to kind of decorate and do something fun for the evening. By the way, I have something I had meant to mail you, but it was really chaotic, and so it's actually right here, and so that's going to be, huh?
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, yeah. So right now, since this uh tonight we're doing the Isis Luminous and the Feast of Mut of Isheru, and Isheru was her sacred lake. So I think there's a theme here. So we've got them in a boat over the waters, and we'll do the little tea light stuff like that. Yeah, something like that. So, um, let me go ahead and let everyone know we're here. Started.
Are you there?
Oh, I'm tired, brother.
Yeah, I think Darren's having to decompress because he just had to de-escalate somebody on the phone earlier tonight. So,
Oh, yes.
yeah. So we're trying to just let it all wash off. So that's
there
kind
are
of
days I feel like I do God's work with every breath.
Yeah. Sometimes. But and see the way the calendar falls this year, like okay, the 12th is the Feast of Mut of Isheru, and that's on a Monday. And so there was that, and then the Isis Luminous, and we're going, okay, well do we do it early or do it late? And so I said, well, okay, we'll do it a couple days ahead of time. So as always, if you get inspired by something cool that you see here and want to do something this weekend,
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're still well within that time frame. And next week we'll be having a feast for Set, but that's so we go from.
We'll set that one aside for now.
You caught me when I'm away from my source of a rim shot. But yeah, so
he set you up.
And yes, our character was saying, isn't today Isis Luminous? Yes, it is.
Meanwhile, let's set this thing in motion.
Save those jokes for next week, y'all. Next week we're doing that. Next week is the feast of.
Well, next week we'll be all set.
Yeah. Alex is praying for a new and better job, and for my boyfriend to get into the Marines when his documentation is looked at again. And Sarcastic saying, I'll probably celebrate later since I have all my stuff packed up to head home tomorrow. So tell Mama I'll burn some myrrh and mix those rose buns as soon as possible. Oh, and I know she will. We'll ask Asset to look after you while you're en route. Yeah. And Berdazzle, hey there.
Looks like they're all set.
Yeah, all these jokes. Save them for next week. I know what you need. Coffee. Yes, coffee, but in the meantime. Here, let's go ahead and get this party started.
Shock awake.
Say what?
Shock awake.
Yeah. Yeah. I got this all planned out. Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me. I still have the fan going, so let me know if like there's if the microphone is picking up a lot of air current. Because if it's okay right now, then I'm going to leave it because it's getting to the hot part of the year here. They're predicting it's going to be like 100 degrees next week. So if I can leave fans on, that'll be great.
Yes.
But if I need to turn them off, I will. So
you'd rather me keep all my clothes on, y'all. I really think so.
Well, that doesn't have a paywall.
Yeah, plans this week. Working class DJ theme was girl power. Okay, so Verdazzle's telling us the list that so Rick Springfield does like a countdown every week. You'll have to tell us where that is, but I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross. Yeah. What have you done for me lately, Janet Jackson? What was the name of that album? 18. There's an album that Janet Jackson did, and it was
1814. Well, Rhythm Nation 1814.
Yeah. That was it, and it had some really good stuff on it.
Yeah. Then
Push It, Salt and Pepper. Yes, love that.
And what is this theme, and why are we on it?
Okay, well, Berdazzle is just relating what the playlist that Rick Springfield had for the week was, and so he did one this week that was Black female artists, and so you've got "Want to Dance with Somebody" by Whitney Houston, "I'm Coming Out" Diana Ross, "What Have You Done for Me Lately" Janet Jackson, "Smooth Operator" by Sade.
Yeah. And they better not forget, Anita Baker and shoot.
Now you thinking the one that's Raining Man?
No,
that's
Anita
that's
Baker's
the Weather Girls.
The Weather Girls is Raining Man, but I was also thinking of anything by Anita Baker or anything by, and I can't remember her name at the moment.
But Romeo by Donna Summer. You might have been thinking about it. Donna Summer did a really nice cover of Conte Partiro.
Yeah, it was the last thing she did. Actually.
Yeah, but you know what? He should have finished the set with WAP.
No.
Come on, be adventurous.
He should have finished the set with "We Don't Need Another Hero."
It did a different one by Tina Turner, but yeah, that's
still anything by Tina works for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, so that's our music discussion, for now. I'll learn to play something else on guitar, and we might make that a fun thing when I learn something new. See if you guys can guess it, and whoever guesses it gets a cookie or something like that.
And I'm gonna play a song called "Nothing" on the guitar. It's with all the minor chords. It's really, really soft.
Yes, that whole waking up thing. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Technute purifies me. Hail unto you, Anachiri. We come into you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. See, it wasn't that bad this time, was it?
No. Sort of.
Sort of. So this weekend, I'm hoping to see if my inflatable pool still works, or if I need to get another one.
It could just be a bunch of hot air.
Well, no, I thankfully I found the motorized inflating thing that Tammy had left us. So if that works, that's going to save me a lot of trouble. Yeah. There's only so much inflating you can do by yourself, in one sitting. Figured this out last year. So.
Need one of those old school bike pumps.
I got one of those, but I didn't have the right needle, whatever for attachment for the pool. Otherwise, I would have been doing that. So, yeah. It's like that joke, why did it take the Buddha 3 hours to vacuum his couch? Because he didn't have any attachments.
Wow. Buddha would be a great Jedi, right?
Yeah. That's your joke for the evening. So, all righty. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons. Let's see if I can light this other one up here. There we go. And evil hides in fear of it. There we go. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
There we go. I've gotten kind of good at making a little boat out of aluminum foil. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we'll light our other little candles. So I think turn the boat around this way. It's actually trying to give it sort of like the little prow and stern like the Egyptian boat should have. One of these times I'll make something that'll actually be a bit better shaped and that we can put a tea light in. And that's another thing I think putting a swimming pool to good use, for something like this. That's something else I'd love to do. It's just we have to hijack somebody's pool first. There we go. That looks really nice. Guys, you want to turn the lights down a little bit or
We'll do it.
Well, I mean, you don't have to turn it off. It just, the thing would be to turn it. Yeah, let's just see if we can dim it a little bit. There we go. Wow. What do you think of that? I think
it's pretty.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's always one of the fun things about this particular holiday is we get to turn the lights down and especially with the addition of the fairy lights, that really gives it something. So, yes, and I'm digging the candle icons. Yeah. Oh, wow. Jonathan Dolby says, I use my CPAP to inflate air mattresses. Works great. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That I never thought of that. That's brilliant.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sarcastic is saying, A pool of cool waters, a makeshift purifying lake, perfect to dunk someone in. You know what? I'm not going to do that because I know the story. Darren has a story that he just have to tell it to you. But yeah, it does involve a purifying pool, and like I said, that's another story for another day.
Paywall. Definite paywall.
Yeah, well, actually, I do have that. That's some video footage that's going to be for later in the year. Alrighty. You arise in the Akhet as Khepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Aset, mother of Horus, and Mut, mistress of Isheru. Hail and praise unto you, O Unuchiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Espet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Okay. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Unuchiru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Unuchiru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. We give to you this eye of Horus, O Unuchiru, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Unuchiru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. All right, now for the wine, I've actually got that cider that you were eyeing, Darren, and I figured this was something appropriate. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a bottle opener being referred to as a church key, but Darren has called it that before, and so I thought, well, what more appropriate way to make this offering than to open it with the church key.
I'm a little disappointed.
Why?
It didn't fizz.
Well, it's not under as much pressure as other beverages might be. But I don't know. We'll taste it later. They always get first dibs. The gardens prosper, and Happy rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Aset, O Mut, O Yunuchiru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, sparkling cider, and your water. Okay, who's this one? Pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure is Aset, the luminous one, within her house. Pure is Mut, mistress of Isheru, within her house. Pure the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance. Thousands of offerings. All things good and pure. For Ra, for Aset, for Mut. In every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Aset. Come to your body, O Mut. Come to your bodies, O Yunuchiru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. There we go. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Aset, before Mut. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkapiru Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. Let's do it this way. Lit from flame of our festival candle. We light this candle for them, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Dua. And we bring them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, so that their hearts may be refreshed. Orekeru ta en ket kakao abdu sunaturmerhat. Kutnebet nafra wabet ankhet naturim. And cow and aku pu nibu. Ma heru nibu hirnatura. A voice offering of bread and beer. 1,000 of beef and fowl. Incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives. For the cause of all of these aku, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your Ennead has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Ennead says unto you, your word is law, eternally. This fed is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place. Oh, let's see. She's going to have to sit alongside. She's taken her place in your shrine. She's just going to hang out by the poolside. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Oh, hold on, let me allow all the little icons. Let's see, I think that one, oh, okay, that one did come. Well, no, that one didn't quite show, but there we go. Okay, and I see Alex says, I gotta go, but can I have a cookie as well as my boyfriend? Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, do you want me to, or do you want me to just go ahead and read that right now? Or because I was about to read, just a little something for Moot and something for Aset, and then we could get to that. Unless you've got to book it now and we'll save it for you for later. Just let me know real quick. And so let me just read a couple of quick things for our goddesses of the hour. Or of the evening. Actually, there are goddesses that are personifications of the hours, and that you get into that with the texts, dealing with the book of the day and the night and stuff. But that's another topic. So, praise unto Mut, Lady of Heaven, Mistress of Amun's house, lovely of hand. She shakes her sistra. Her sweet voice is pleasant to the heart. She illumines the world with her rays. She causes all lands to prosper. Unique one without equal, eternity belongs to her. Great one in heaven, great of dread, foremost in the Ennead, mistress of the two lands, who shines on all faces like Ra. Hail unto Aset the Great, Mother of the God, Lady of Philae, God's wife, God's adorer, God's hand, Mother of God, Great Queen, adornment, Lady of ornaments in the shrine, Lady and desire of the green fields, nursling who fills the shrine with her beauty, fragrance of the shrine, mistress of joy, who runs her course in the sacred place, rain cloud that greens the fields when she descends, maiden, sweet of love, mistress of Upper and Lower Egypt, who issues orders among the Aeneid, princess, great of praise, lady of charm, whose face loves the trickle of fresh myrrh. Okay, okay, so all right, cookies and prayer to neat. Sure, we'll do prayer to neat, and then I'll start off with Alex, and we'll go, and her boyfriend will go down, or their boyfriend will go down and go through our list. So, by request, quick prayer to neat. I tell you what, I happened to come across this one, which was something that I wrote for a Neat rosary earlier in the year. Hail, Neat, mistress of Sais, who lives eternally, mistress of the red crown and the white crown. You are the creatrix of all that exists. Holy Neat, mother of Ra, you are the great swimmer who gives birth to him anew every day. May you open the ways for our friend Mary Ra. Okay, so by request, we'll start off. I'll see if I can maybe make a little more room here. So one for Alex first, and then for boyfriend. Okay. For Alex, those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. And I think because you're, having issues with a particular job that didn't work out, just take it as an opportunity to learn and make sure that you keep that in mind when you're going to look for another one. So those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So take learning opportunities where you have them. Now for boyfriend, that one just came right out. Impatience may be appropriate at this time. So, for boyfriend, who's I know he's wanting them to review some paperwork. Go ahead, get pushy, and be like, hey, where's
politely pushy? With
politely
Marines,
pushy,
please.
yes. You are dealing with the Marines, to be politely pushy, but it says impatience may be appropriate at this time.
Determined professionalism.
Yes, determined professionalism. I like that. So for Alex, remember the past, learn from it, and for boyfriend, a little insistence is okay right now. They were telling you to chill. Now it's time to, take the leash off, I guess. So, okay. And we got some super thanks. Thank you. Oh, goodness. 9/11, just say a prayer for me. I am in the hospital, and I'd like a cookie, too. Oh, we will definitely do that. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and study group. That'd be cool. Okay. Berdazzle's next, and sarcastic, and yeah, we got to say some prayers for 9/11, Sean. We want you to get well. We want Mirt and Aset and Neat to put their arms around you and protect your hospital bed and help you to get well. Actually, with you know what, with we get Aset and Nebuchadnezzar and Moot and Neat, then you'd have like a group of the four noble ladies. They can protect your bed and help you to get well. So okay, Bedazzle, and then Sarcastic. Okay. Bedazzle, you got the twofer. First one says, it's up to you to make the next move. Now there's another one here. And it says, only when free from projections can we be aware of reality. Wow, Bedazzle, I think they have a clear message for you here. Let me put these two together. It's up to you to make the next move. Only when free from projections can we be aware of reality. In other words, you're thinking the situation is about somebody else or something else. No, it's up to you now. Time to look inward, figure out what you need to do, and do it. It's up to you to make the next move. Only when we are free from projections can we be aware of reality. Okay, so Bedazzle, you got a pretty powerful one there. Now it's Sarcastic's turn. Sarcastic child of Aset. Let's see what she has for you. And it says, your life will become more and more of an adventure. Your life will become more and more of an adventure. Can we come too? Okay. Mark Nagel and then Amanda Barrett. Mark Nagel. Just because you put tap shoes on an elephant does not mean it can dance. Just because you put tap shoes on an elephant does not mean it can dance. Be aware of the limitations of people around you and don't expect more of them than they can give you. Just because you put tap shoes on an elephant does not mean it can dance. Okay, so Amanda Barrett and then 9/11 Sean. Okay, Amanda. Only when free from projections can we be aware of reality. And it's really hard to take a personal inventory and say, is this, am I putting this on somebody else when I really need to be, putting this where it belongs with me? That's hard to do, but I guess, it may be time to take some personal stock. And that might be what they're telling us. One thing I do notice, we're getting close to the solstice. Something about solstices, whether it be the winter or the summer, those seem to be a time of the most work. It's like we're working the hardest around the solstice. And that was true of the winter solstice and certainly true now. I feel like I'm, got 5 different things going at any given time. But maybe it's also a good time to look within. Right. To stay in there.
Well, if you think about it, it means you got your foot in both worlds, basically. Multiple things.
Hold on. Now what I'm doing is because 9/11, Sean, put a couple of stickers up. And I'm going to go ahead and count that as, your spot. So we're going to go 9/11, Sean, and then Creature of Legend. And then to Married Raw. But it seems to me like if you think about it, at the solstices, the sun is at the extreme point in its path, either the farthest north or the farthest south. And so we're at kind of an extreme point. It's like we're working our hardest, but then the balance comes at the equinox when we're kind of recentering. Just like the sun in its path. The winding waterway, in Egyptian, belief. But that's what it seems to me is like, we're kind of at one of those points where you're at the farthest out here and, having to work the hardest at something. And then slowly it'll come back to center come September. But, okay, so 9/11 and then Creature of Legend. And we hope you get to feeling better. Hope you've got a charger with you. I tell you what, that's something that I've learned. If you're going to go to the hospital, make sure you bring your phone charger with you. Just for future reference, I guess. Well, we hope you get out soon. And 9/11, you are given the chance to take part in an exciting adventure. Hopefully not at the hospital. That sounds that sounds dubious, but hopefully you will get out and be able to join an exciting adventure. You will be given the chance to take part in an exciting adventure. So now for Creature of Legend. The creature, the myth, the legend. The Creature of Legend. And it says, you are never too old to dream. Dreams bring hope. You are never too old to dream. Dreams bring hopes. And just because somebody says something's kid stuff doesn't mean it, isn't legitimate somewhere. Think about it. People who work on cartoons and video games are working on kid stuff. So, you're never too old to dream. Dreams bring hope. And Married Ra, and then Kyle Hinojosa. Mary draw. Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So I guess don't do the same. If it was something that was unpleasant, don't do it again. Learn from it so that you know what not to do next time. Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Let me tuck these down here. I'm going to try to keep them in order, so if anybody needs to come back to one, we can do that. So Kyle, and then Mary Wet, and then Jonathan Dolby. Today is the end of this. Uh-huh. What in the world was that? I slept this early with my Hazel in the tropics. We had the sun overhead 4 times a year. Okay, so now I knew to bring my laptop, so I'm doing pretty well. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so Oracle has to go. Peace all. So yes, join the Discord. We had fun. Yeah. Okay, so all right, Kyle, then Mary Wet, then Jonathan Dolby. Wow. Kyle Hinojosa. Good advice jars the ear. I think we're getting a lot of that. That's kind of a surprise theme for the week here. Good advice jars the ear. In other words, it's not going to sound pleasant, but it's what you need to hear. And I have been there before too. And it's funny. It's like deep down somewhere you know it, and that's why it's jarring. Good advice jars the ear. So Married Wepawet. Oh, there we go. Do you have 2 in here? Oh wow, that's quite unique. 1 cookie, 2 fortunes. So Married Wepawet. Okay. You will come to realizations in your life that will change you forever. To be able to look upon one's past life with satisfaction is to live twice. Now, I think I'm going to assume that by past life they mean, the look back on your life, and be satisfied. But you will come to realizations in your life that will change you forever. To be able to look back on one's life with satisfaction is to live twice. Let's make sure that doesn't fall into the candle. But it sounds like you have a chance, you have an opportunity to choose something, take a fork in the path that could be for the better. Just be aware and be wise about it. And think about, will you be able to look back in the future and be glad that you did it? So, think they were kind of giving you a heads up on that. Married to what? And so next, Jonathan Dolby. Also, too. By the way, that life hack with the CPAP, that I would never have thought of that. That's brilliant. Okay. So 2 cookies. So I want to go ahead and get them both open. So the first one. Our deeds determine us as much as we determine our deeds. Now, the second one. This is your day. Expect great results with those ongoing works. My, this could be really good. Our deeds determine us as much as we determine our deeds. And it's funny, that seems to be part of the theme. You know, the choices that you make now kind of put you on a trajectory, and then you make other decisions based on that. And then, you know, that puts you further on a trajectory. So that is how our deeds determine us as much as we determine our deeds. But this is your day. Expect great results with those ongoing works. So focus on the good things. Kind of like what we do here. We focus on being the balance. So there's enough bad things in the world. We do a little something good to bring the balance. Okay. Wasn't Cirquette one of the 4 noble ladies? Yes. So and I'd have to find the actual article because I think it might have been the one that has to do with clay cobras. But typically, and like when you're in a funeral context, like on the corners of the sarcophagus or guarding the canopic chest, you had Isis, Nephthys, Neat, and Cirquette. And so those were the 4 noble ladies. But there were some cases like spells where, you know, people put like little cobras in corners of a room to protect it. They would invoke different goddesses. And so you might have like Sekhmet and Bastet, as well as Isis and Nephthys, you know, or others in combination. But, you know, your most typical combo was, you know, Isis, Nephthys, Cirquette, and Neat. And why am I thinking that would be like a girl band or something? But you know, but it could vary sometimes. But anytime you had a group of 4, they became like the, you know, that was their thing. Was to protect the 4, you know, 4 corners, the 4 directions, to give you a total, you know, wall of protection, if you would.
And then you have on top of that the Sons of Horus underneath that. Yeah. So it gets more complicated.
Okay. Oh, mac and cheese. Okay. Really need a prayer at the moment and hope. I'm going through a lot, and I've turned to alcoholism. I'm embarrassed about it. Well, sorry to hear that you're going through a lot. It's good that you're like, hey, I need some help. I need to talk to some peeps, even if it's, you know, friends, you know, like us, and we'll do what we can to help. And Sarana, and wish this feeling would go away and the alcohol doesn't numb it and make it worse. Makes me feel less alone. Well, that's why we're here. We're glad to have you, and mac and cheese, we will definitely pull a fortune for you. And and it's good that you're like, hey, you know, I'm feeling bad. I need to talk to somebody, you know, and having a support. And you know, if you can get like maybe join up with us on the Discord or you know, hook up with somebody here, you know, get somebody that, you know, when you're feeling bad, just, you know, say, hey, I need somebody to talk to kind of, you know, build an alternative to the alcohol, especially if you know this really isn't making me feel any better. It doesn't make my problems go away. Just hang in there. And it's funny, Darren said something because we have a friend that on his game network that has been struggling with this, and he had a relapse, and uh uh calls Darren on Facebook Messenger at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and what Darren told him is it's okay. Relapse is part of recovery. This happens. Um, just don't slide back into it and stop trying. So it's okay, and you know we're with you and we love you and we're glad you're here. And I'm about to pull a fortune for you. And then Sarana is next. And I love with most of this. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, there's more than one path to sobriety, and only one of them is for you. So you know we will help you however we can. But let's start with a fortune. And to know that you're loved. We love you. Mama Osset loves you. Everyone here loves you. Huh. And it's funny, several other people got this. Only when free from projections can we be aware of reality. So again, projecting, ourselves and our problems and our shortcomings onto other people or other situations is saying it's all them. No, maybe we need to look and see what is it about us. But it's not easy to do. But they're telling us that's what we need to work on. So only when free from projections can we be aware of reality.
Seeing a lot of repeat messages.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was trying to mix up the cookies, before I put them in the basket so that we're getting as random as possible. And yeah, it's just that happened to be the handful that we got this time. So Sarana also is getting one. Okay. Dispel negativity through creative activities. Sarana, that's yours. Dispel negativity through creative activities. So I know there have been things that you've been working on. Sarana, were you the one that made the like fortunes with the wisdom texts? Because I think you had mentioned that, and that sounded like a really cool idea. I was going to ask you if you had something that maybe we could print up and we could do something where we pull those, unless you've done that already. If so, just tell us, because you guys are really creative too, and I'm happy to promote the nifty things and the hard work that y'all do. But yeah, and I don't know who in the world that was that just had to come in the middle of this and talk about that channel. Talk about the channel. Amanda Bear triplets. Triplets? Yeah. Yeah. Hang on a second. Who in the world? I don't know. What should we report that or something? I don't know. Let me see if I can go to doesn't have any content. Okay, well, you know what then? Hmm. Hmm. Just a second. Okay, all right, took care of that. Yeah, yeah, I just did that. So, like I said, took care of that. Um, Combine it with us or us Oracle deck, and we probably pull a Discord quote bot for that. That'd be kind of neat, yeah. Alrighty. Well, if you guys have any more requests for prayers or for cookies, then by all means, let me know so we can do those before we wrap up. And I'm just kind of enjoying the all the colors and the warmth of the candles, and then the the nifty little fairy lights. It's very cool, and I'm definitely going to take some pictures of that. Um, but let me know if you guys have. Yeah. Yeah, and what I've found the best thing to do is if people are like trolling or whatever, don't answer them, don't feed them anything, because they're looking for feedback, even if it's negative. So you don't give it to them, just nix them and move on. That's my advice to anybody. Yeah, and I guess I my prayer is thanks for um, the trip that we got to go on last weekend, and we got to see one of our voice actor friends, and we're hoping to get some collaboration with him on a project that's going to take a little while to put together, but who's interested in it, so that's very cool. And this weekend I finally got the cover art for one of my novels done, and so I'm going to have a proof put together this weekend. I'm really, really happy about that, and I'm very thankful. And um, I want everybody else to be well and safe and happy, because it's what we're here for. And the what we do here does better when all of you guys are well too. So hang on, let me. 'Cause I tend to collect a lot of crumbs in the booklet. So there we go. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Yunu, and place your arms of blessing around those who are with us tonight, and especially 9/11 Sean, who's in the hospital. Let them rejoice in your bounty, and their hearts take joy in your kindness. And also Mac and Cheese, who's got a great personal struggle going on right now. Let Mac and Cheese rejoice in your bounty as well, and their heart take joy in your kindness. Tell Neat and Upwoj to open their ways for them, and may you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All Lord, Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Khepri at dawn, Atum at dusk, Ra Horaketi as you rule the nine. Yes, and the goddesses of the hours, those are they're mentioned in texts like the book of Amduat and the book of Gates, and the book of the day and the night, because each of the 12 hours of the day and the night are personified, And so that's something that I've been. If I dig in one of my binders, I have notes on it. And as far as finding resources online, that's a little difficult to do, to find like free articles and things, because most often that's in printed books, so it's a little harder to get a hold of. But that's one of my ongoing projects. So. Yes. Yes, and happy Pride Month. I'm gonna see if I can work on some artwork for that as well, but we'll see how that goes. I'm trying not to do too much, put too much on my plate this month, and it's harder than it sounds. Hail unto you, Atum! Hail unto you, Khepri! You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Unu, endures. As the name of Oser, Kentiamentiu, endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru, endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet, endures. As the name of Horus in Pe, endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep, endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chamenyu, endures. As the name of Ra in the Aket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Aset, O Mut. You have come in peace, O Yunuchiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Aset, Mut. May you go forth in peace, O Yunuchiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. All righty. Well, guys, I think Darren had to take another phone call or something. I'm going to have to check because he stepped out, but I could hear him talking to somebody. And I have to, I guess, maybe a prayer for a little peace and quiet for him, because he's working all the time. He's that big shoulder for people to cry on. I think last night, he ended up talking to a friend for several hours, and he got drunk and talked about a girlfriend that he regretted treating badly years and years ago. Now he's married and has a kid, and it's like that still bothers him. Poor Darren had to be, his support, and he just ends up doing that, and so the poor thing, he needs a chance to recharge and just be able to relax and have some fun. So our prayer for him to be able to do that. And I'm also excited because next week it will be 1 month until Days on the Year. So, for us, that's like, a big thing. And I'll probably be doing stuff, to get the backyard cleaned up and get it to where we can broadcast. So, really excited about that. And I know last year you guys did a like kind of like a Secret Santa only for Egyptian New Year. And if you guys are wanting to do that again, let me know, because I saved a little something just for that. So. So I have to talk you guys up. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, if you're here, you know, and you're not on the Facebook group and you want to be, just request it, because it's the Kemetic Reform Facebook group, and just mention, hey, you know, I'm so and so, so I know it's you, because you know, yeah, we get trolls and weirdos, you know, all the time, but that's part of the gig.
All part of being open to the public.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically the group is private. You know, you can't see the posts unless you join, and that's also because, you know, it's to protect people, so that, you know, family members or co-workers or whatever can't see, oh, well, so and so just posted in a pagan group. You know, it's to protect that too. You know.
I was referring to YouTube.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Mary Webowitz says, this will be my first one in 12 months of being Kemetic. Well, congratulations. And, you know, looking forward to it. This, you know, hope this will be a lot of fun. So, yes, hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Be safe and well. And come see us next week. We love you guys. Mandangu, Wirachuri, and Senebti. Senebti, everybody.